I just want to let you know that the NCAA men's basketball Final Four is all set and ready to go. It's Villanova, Kansas, Loyola Chicago, and Michigan. The Final Four is set. Coming up next week to see who gets to move on to the championship in. Think you guys can remind me. I think it's in San Antonio or Houston. I'm not for sure. Um, so if you have your Final Four set, get ready because it's ready to come out very soon, and four teams already ready to go. It's going to be Villanova, Kansas, Michigan, Loyola, Chicago. Just to let you know, Loyola Chicago has not been to the NCAA since 1963. Michigan hasn't been for a long time um, when they had the four top um, basketball players that moved on to the NBA. Last time Kansas went was 2008, and Villanova. It's been a while for them, but I just wanted to say congratulations to all the teams that were in the NCAA tournament, and that there's always next year. So, just in case you guys haven't heard about what happened, I mentioned this a couple of videos back. Um, Kentucky Wildcats did not shake hands with the Kent State Wildcats. And when I saw that, I was like, you sore losers. Kentucky, what is going on with you guys? You guys need to, man up. Say, hey, yeah, we made a big mistake. Was it because Kansas State was um, uh, because they were celebrating? Is because is it because you guys didn't want to shake hands with them because they were celebrating, so and they got to move on to the next round, or was it because that the coach told you not to? Um, so, but I did have fun when they were here in the uh, first, second round of the NCAA here in Wichita, Kansas. Um, so head on over to Charlene's uh, Indiana Fish and Gaming. She will love you over there. She will bone you to death. Everybody else will bone you to death. Um, so nothing's going on here now. Um, all my friends went home for the evening, but I just want to say congratulations to the Final Four winners: Michigan, KU, Villanova. Hey Johnny, what's going on? And Loyola Chicago is set for the Final Four coming up next week. So that's what's going on in the NCAA tournament. Um, in case you also haven't heard, uh, if you live in Seattle, King Felix of the Seattle Mariners is going to be the first starting pitcher in 11 years to pitch in the game, the opening day. They also got one of their players back, Ichiro Suzuki. We welcome him back to Seattle Mariners. Lot of things are happening in sports. News, who cares about the news anymore? Um, Trump's Macho Man trying to say that Facebook is doing a lot of things that we don't even care about. You know, Trump just wants to get people's Facebook accounts and ruin it. I had a friend of mine that had her Facebook account shut down because of all this stuff that's going on. Um, and they're doing it over and over, you know. And I think Facebook just needs to, you know, stand up and say, hey, we're doing our best to do it. You can't do your best. You got to try harder. And I'm getting tired of all this, you know, hearing stuff about Trump and everything. Um, I was also looking on Facebook about this female saying that the police planted a uh, evidence in her car of a bloody sock and a shoe, and her attorney didn't do anything about it. So the family hired another attorney, and he's going to put his foot down, saying, you know, she was set up, and I will bring you more information about what's going on with that. Um, Another thing that it was about the kids, you know, trying to prevent guns from going into the school. A parent got, you know, raged against the principal, you know, telling the principal that they need to keep their kids in school or they're going to be finding another school. It doesn't matter if you're going to find, you know, trying to find another school for your kids. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to walk out and, you know, protest not having gun schools. You know, they need to ease up on their kids. Stop bullying them. You know, what's going to happen when the parents die? Your kids are going to take over. You know, when they get married and have kids, is it's you know if we keep getting all these guns in schools, like my niece said, your kids are going to end up in the body bags, and it's horrible seeing seeing these kids being put in body bags because of a stupid kid got really upset and start shooting their classmates or their teachers because they didn't like them. Um, let's see. Back in the 80s, here in Kansas, a kid brought a gun to school and started shooting at a high school. I'm doing good, Johnny. I'm having a wonderful time listening to Charlene fishing stories. Um, she's telling all the stuff that she went out and got a boat and that she's gonna go fishing tomorrow if it doesn't snow. Um, this this kid just went haywire, killed a principal, killed his best friends and everything else, and everything else. Um, but some of the things that are happening when I did my last video, I was walking down the street with friends and um, a siren from a fire truck um, zoomed down, and I had my backpack on my back and everything, and it was just hearing that siren, from a fire truck zooming down, um, heading south, and you can smell whatever it was from a house fire or whatever, and it's crazy, you know. The, the world's coming, not coming to end, but this world's getting crazy because somebody can't run it right. We get these governors that don't know what they're doing. We get the we get these presidents that don't know what they're doing. Um, we get uh, politicians that don't know what the hell that's going on. Um, Everything else, and it's like it's coming back on us because we did something wrong, and it's like this and that and this and that. Stop pointing fingers at each other. It's it's different things that's happening. Cops are being bullies, planting evidence that someone didn't do, shooting people because they think it's funny. Um, Car chase that was in Houston a couple of days ago. Uh, had just last about 2 weeks ago, we had a house fire down the street for me. Um, People are just going crazy, over stupid stuff, and they try to find the guy, and they can't find the person who said it. Um, a couple of weeks ago, I saw a male biting his wife on the face and neck and arms and everything else, and then had her in a headlock and start beating on her and everything else, and then after he did that, he takes off. She follows with a can of mace, and here comes the two police officers from this one area that they make sure that nobody gets hurt and everything, and no fights are started or anything else. And it's crazy, we get people that do crazy stuff. Then um, I I got really upset because the guy told all of my friends and said, "When I get out of fucking jail, I'm gonna beat all your asses. I'm gonna set your ass on fire." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Well, come on, I'm waiting." And all of a sudden, you can hear the poor guy in the back of the cop car banging his head on the window and using his whole body, just banging the door and try to kick it. And they had to take him out of the car and restrain him so he wouldn't kick it, and put a mask on his face. So because he was spitting at the cops and everything else, and it's don't know where the world's coming from or when it's gonna come follow and fall down. And it's horrible to see all this stuff that's going on in the world. Um, just last week, last Sunday, the cops uh, went crazy because this guy was coming out of the bar, trying to get to his car and everything, and he was being blamed, and cops decided to pull out their guns and shoot the poor guy and killed him because he didn't do nothing, because he was trying to get to his vehicle or wait for a cab or whatever, and they just shot him and killed him. And it's horrible to hear that. And everything else, it's crazy. We got a crazy world that's all fucked up now. We don't know what's next. And we just don't know how we're going to do it. We've had a lot of things going on in different cities, mass uh, killers, stalkers, you name it, they're everywhere. Here in the States, Canada, Mexico, um, overseas. I got uh, my best friend. I'm not going to mention her name or what she's, what armed forces that she's in, but I just want to say I want all of our troops home as soon as possible. I just want to say congratulations to her for doing a good job for serving our countries, I should say. Um, and she's been texting me, and I've been texting her back, and that she's doing a wonderful job, and especially having friends and family that are out there busting their ass as they're you know supporting our troops. We need to stand up and you know show them that we really care for them, and wherever they are at. If you got family, you got friends, if you see a veteran that served in armed forces, shake their hand. They know that they're loved also. um, Even if you have to walk up to, even if they're homeless, walk up to them, say congratulations, thank you for serving our country, for what you did. Doesn't matter if they're Vietnam, um, uh, Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever, Desert Storm. They need all the loving. Everybody needs loving that are in the armed forces. And it's hard to see that, you know, because we got family that are serving the armed forces. And we, you know, like I said, they need all loving too, like we do with our families and friends and everything else. Um, I had one of my friends came up to me and says, "Hey, congratulations! Sorry that you're that we know that you got family and serving in another country in the armed forces. If you get to talk to that person, let them know that they're still loved and that they'll be back really soon." But I will keep you up to date with what's going on and when I'm getting married, where it's going to be held at. Um, Once I've reached that 150 mark, um, I'm going to be doing a drawing. Um, if you ever come down to Wichita, Kansas, I will um, come see me. Um, Text me when let me know where I'm at. I'll let you know. And if you're that winner, you will be taken out to lunch and dinner, and you get to meet me in person. Um, and we'll have a lot of fun. Rent a car. If you can, drive, we'll both head out to the casino. So I'm going to end it here. And because I'm getting really sleepy, and I had a long night last night, and I did not sleep too well, and I was kind of upset that my phone decided to um, bust uh, the battery, and I'm getting a backup phone. I'm using that right now. But everything else, I will have that brand new phone up and going again. And I'm getting tired of using my backup phone because it's not worth it. So, if you have anything to say, you want to say hi to me, Don't forget to subscribe, like, and let me know what you think about the video, and we'll talk more. Whatever's in the news, I'll be back, and next couple of days I'll be playing slots on my phone. We'll have some fun. So take care, my friends. Keep your head high, feet on the ground, and God bless. Have a good night.